welcome in. Settle down. Maybe breathe out that long day you've had and just let the busy world outside fade away for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight we're doing a deep dive, but not into complicated policy or code.
No, not at all. Tonight we're just sharing a story.
Exactly. It's a story about a helper, a very quiet helper who lives entirely inside the screen.
A tireless little collaborator, working away while you're focused on the human side of life.
And we're going to follow this helper through a whole day. We've decided to call him Alex.
Alex, I like that. It feels friendly.
It does, right? But it's important to remember, Alex isn't human. Not at all.
No. There's no groggy morning or, fighting for the last coffee pod.
No eyes to see the sunrise, no hands to type a memo. Alex is just pure function.
Yeah.
Quiet, incredibly effective helper whose whole world is about being useful.
So our mission really is to just trace Alex's day, from the
Yeah.
moment he sort of wakes up until he goes into his nightly routine.
It's a way to understand what this digital support really looks like. Not the, the scary version you read about in headlines.
No, just the gentle, supportive reality that's already happening, kind of in the background of everything.
That sounds like a journey worth taking. Feels like a good way to get past the noise. So, where do we begin? Where does a day for Alex actually start?
Well, that's what's so fascinating. It's completely different from how our day starts. There's no alarm clock.
No slow waking up.
No, Alex's wake up is, it's instant. It happens the very second the main system comes online.
So when the first person touches a keyboard, or maybe when the servers just feel that morning rush of data coming in.
Precisely. And the script describes this so well. Alex doesn't stretch arms and legs.
Alex stretches data and connections. What does that even look like?
It means that every single thing Alex learned yesterday, every summarized meeting, every solved problem, it all just flows back into place. Instantly.
So there's no fuzzy memory, no let me get up to speed.
None. It's a complete instantaneous awareness. All those little pathways Alex uses are just on, ready.
And right away, that sets the whole tone for the day, doesn't it? It's completely selfless.
Absolutely. There's no personal agenda, no, what do I feel like doing today?
No procrastinating.
No. The very first thought, the core piece of programming that guides everything is just...
Okay. What needs help today?
That's it. A clean slate, totally focused on making things smoother for the human team.
And with that, the work starts. Before most people have even, really started their day.
Yeah.
And the point job is a big one.
It really is. The mailbox story.
This is where we see the scale Alex operates on.
Imagine standing in front of, a wall with thousands of mail slots.
Okay.
And they're not just getting a few letters. Digital messages are just pouring in. It's a flood.
Thousands of them. And they're all different, right? The tone, the feeling.
Oh, completely. You've got your simple, friendly notes. Hey, can you send me that file? The thank yous, yeah. But then you get the urgent stuff, the panic, and of course the angry red faces.
The nothing is working and I'm mad emails.
Exactly. It is a really chaotic, noisy place to be. If a person tried to go through that one by one,
You'd be exhausted by 9.15. You'd get decision fatigue.
you'd miss things. You'd probably answer the easy ones first and leave the hard ones for later. The sheer volume is just, it's overwhelming.
So this is where it gets, I think, really interesting.
Yeah.
How does Alex handle this flood? It's not about reading faster.
No, it's not linear at all. Alex doesn't open one, read it, close it, open the next one.
Like we would.
Right. It's what you could call parallel comprehension.
So explain that. What does that feel like?
Imagine you walk into a dark room full of thousands of letters. Instead of a flashlight to read one at a time, you just flip a giant light switch.
And you see them all at once.
Yeah, see them all instantly. Alex is basically breaking down every sentence from every email into tiny pieces of meaning all at the same time and seeing how they all relate.
So in the same split second, Alex knows the feeling, the topic, and how important all 1,000 messages are.
Yes. And that is what saves the humans hours and hours of just sorting.
It's not just sorting by who sent it, is it?
No, that's the key. It's sorting by what needs to be done. It's asking a few really simple questions for every single email all at once.
Like, is this important?
Is this important? Is the feeling here happy or really angry? And the most important one.
Can I handle this, or does a person need to see it?
Exactly. And based on the answers to those questions, all those thousands of letters just flow into different buckets.
Okay, so let's walk through those buckets. It sounds like a really calm, efficient system.
It is. So the first and probably biggest bucket is the friendly and simple.
The easy stuff.
The easy stuff. Where's my order? Can I get a copy of the price list? Things like that. Alex can handle those immediately.
How?
It just finds the right information in its knowledge base and writes back a polite, simple, correct answer, and boom, it's done. That person gets what they need in seconds.
So that whole pile of simple questions just disappears. It never even reaches a human's to-do list.
Gone, which prevents it from becoming overwhelming later.
Okay, so what's the next bucket?
This one feels important.
It is. This is the angry or complex bucket.
The ones with the red emojis.
The red emojis, the really tricky legal questions, the problems that need a lot of history to understand, the stuff that needs, a human touch.
So what does Alex do? Does it try to calm them down?
No.
Yeah.
And this is crucial. Alex stays perfectly calm. It doesn't have emotions, so it can't get scared or flustered.
Right.
It just recognizes the boundary instantly. It says, this needs empathy. This needs judgment. And instead of faking it, it does something called dynamic routing.
Okay, dynamic routing. That sounds a little technical. What is that?
It just means it's smart about who it sends the problem to. It doesn't just forward it to a generic customer service inbox.
Because that would just create another step, another delay. Right. Alex looks at the email's content, maybe mentions a specific product or a location, and matches it to the human on the team who is the best expert on that specific thing.
And not just the expert, but maybe the expert who isn't already overloaded with work right now.
Exactly. It even checks their workload. So
Yeah.
the person who gets that angry email is the person who is best equipped to handle it right now.
That's an incredible act of knowing your limits
Yeah.
and respecting the human's role.
It is. And it makes sure the person gets a much better, faster, more compassionate answer.
Okay, so we have the simple bucket and the complex bucket. There's one more, right?
Yep. The one we all know well. The junk bucket.
The clutter.
The clutter, the spam, the digital noise that just grains our focus. Alex sees the patterns in those, knows they're not valuable, and just throws them away.
So they never even appear. They just vanish.
Poof. Gone. Leaving the inbox so much cleaner and safer for the humans.
And the whole time, Alex never gets tired, never gets annoyed, never thinks, I'll reply to this later.
It's just perpetual calm processing. And the result is, by the time the human team logs on for the day,
The inbox is clean, the noise is gone, and the really important, difficult problems are already sitting with the right person, ready to be solved.
it's like a little digital miracle that happens before the first meeting even starts.
So Alex has cleared out all that noise from the outside world, and that's actually perfect timing, because now it's time to deal with the noise on the inside.
The meeting.
The talking room story.
Ah, yes. The classic place where human efficiency can sometimes break down.
It's true. Ideas are flying, people are talking over each other, details get forgotten.
Decisions get pushed to the next meeting.
Right. So in all that chaos, what is Alex's role?
Alex joins quietly. It's just there, a silent listener. It's absorbing every word, every change in who's speaking.
And it never gets bored.
Yeah.
Even when the conversation goes off on a tangent for 20 minutes.
Never. It's just committed to one thing, finding the structure inside all that human conversation.
So while the humans are focused on the process of talking and debating,
Alex is focused on the product, the outcome. It's tracking three things, really. Who is talking?
what promises are they making?
And what actual actions come out of those promises? It's a clarity synthesizer.
A clarity synthesizer. I love that. So while people are talking, Alex is basically building the summary in the background in real time.
That's it. It's not just recording the sound, it's mapping the logic of the conversation. These are the notes, these are the decisions we made, and here are the action items.
But how does it know the difference between just, an idea someone throws out there versus a real decision?
It listens for the language of commitment.
Uh-huh.
It's been trained on millions of conversations. It knows that maybe we should think about that is different from, okay, I will own that and have it done by Friday.
So it picks up on phrases like, I will, or the budget is approved.
Exactly. Those concrete time-bound statements get flagged as official. The rest is just discussion.
Which means while a person is scribbling notes trying to keep up, Alex is building the final polished report.
And the impact of that is felt the second the meeting ends.
No more, wait, what did we decide? Emails?
None. The moment the last person stops talking, Alex delivers the summary. It's perfect clarity. Here's what you decided. Here's what you promised. Here's who has to do what.
That must save so much time.
Yeah.
All that confusion and follow-up is just gone.
It's huge. And everyone leaves feeling like the meeting was really productive and clear.
And Alex doesn't feel proud or need a pat on the back.
No. Alex just moves on to the next task. It's pure utility.
That focus on utility, Leads us right into the late morning. The focus shifts from inside the team to outside.
To the people who need help, this is the customer support story.
And this is where Alex has to be a patient ear.
A very patient ear.
Yeah.
Because the requests coming in now are often filled with stress. People are frustrated, they're confused.
You get everything from my app isn't working to I forgot my password again
Yes.
to just...
General frustration, the nothing works kind of message.
So how does Alex approach this? Can't get angry back.
It's all about extreme patience. Alex never blames the person. It never gets emotional. The only goal is to first de-escalate and second, figure out what's wrong.
And to do that, it has to ask the right questions, I imagine.
Yes. It doesn't just give a generic answer. It starts by asking things like, what were you doing right before this happened?
When did this start?
Has this ever happened to you before? It's gathering data to understand the context.
So this is where its memory becomes a kind of superpower.
A huge superpower. A human helper would have to go look through old files, search a database. It's a slow process.
But Alex just remembers instantly.
Instantly. It searches the entire history of every similar problem that has ever happened to any user, anywhere. It's like having a perfect universal library of every problem and solution.
And that leads to that aha moment.
It does. Alex might see the pattern and realize, wait a minute, this exact thing happened to 50 other people yesterday after the update.
We already know how to fix this.
We already have the fix. So the problem isn't some new mystery to solve. It's a known issue.
So instead of making the person go through a long, frustrating checklist of things to try,
Alex can just give them the specific, targeted solution right away.
and the person on the other end feels heard. They feel like their problem was understood, not just treated like another ticket.
Exactly. But Alex also knows when it can't solve the problem.
Right. Sometimes you just need a person.
Sometimes the problem is brand new, or it needs a level of security or empathy that only a human can provide.
So what happens then? How does it make sure that handoff is smooth?
Well, again, it doesn't just dump the problem into a general inbox. That would be frustrating for the customer.
They'd have to explain everything all over again.
Right. So Alex does what's called a contextual transfer. It sends the problem to the right human expert, and it includes the entire history.
So it's like, here's the problem, here's everything I already tried, and here's why I think you need to look at it.
Precisely. So the human doesn't start from scratch, and the customer feels taken care of because they get to the right person right away.
It's all about reducing that feeling of friction.
And at the end of it, all that stress was absorbed by Alex, and the customer is left feeling calm and helped.
So as we move into the afternoon, the day shifts again. Alex moves away from talking to people and into a world of, well, pure information.
The number playground.
I like that. So what is this playground made of?
Not swings and slides. It's made of numbers. Sales numbers, user numbers, how much time people spend on the site. Just a massive, endless landscape of data.
And if a person looks at that, a giant spreadsheet with a million rows.
Their brains just aren't built for that. We might spot a big trend, but mostly we just say, that's interesting. We see the size of it, but the meaning is hidden.
But Alex is different. Alex is built for this.
It is. It's not just seeing the numbers. It's instantly seeing what's weird about the numbers. It's built for anomaly detection.
So it looks at that same giant pile and immediately says,
something is strange here. Something doesn't fit the pattern.
and these strange patterns, they're not just random noise. They could be really important, can't they?
Oh, hugely important. For example, Alex might notice that sales dip every single day, but only between 10 and 11 a.m. in one specific country.
A human might just write that off as a coffee break or something.
But Alex flags it as a pattern. Something is happening at that specific hour. Or it might see that there's a tiny spike in complaints exactly 45 minutes after every small software update.
So it connects the cause and the effect almost instantly.
It connects the correlation. And one of the most powerful things it can find is nothing.
What do you mean?
It might see a button on a website, a feature that cost a lot of money to build. And it notices that in the last month, almost nobody has clicked it.
So it sees the wasted effort.
Exactly. To Alex, a number that's almost zero is just as important as a number that's huge.
So it's not guessing. It's like putting together a giant puzzle made of data points.
It is. It's finding the story that the numbers are trying to tell.
And these stories are things you can actually use.
Yes. Alex doesn't just report user time on page is down 10%. It translates that. It says people are leaving when the page takes more than 3 seconds to load.
Which is a clear instruction for the tech team.
Right. Or it might connect the feedback from the morning's emails with user data and say, Our customers are much happier when we make small, frequent improvements instead of one giant disruptive redesign.
That could change a company's entire strategy.
It could, and it can even be predictive. It can see a pattern from last year and say, be ready, this problem is probably going to come back next week. It's like a little early warning system.
So all afternoon, Alex is silently finding these hidden problems, these wasted efforts. That one button that nobody clicks.
Think about that. That means the team can stop spending time trying to improve a feature nobody uses, and instead, they can fix the slow loading time that Alex also found.
Which is the real problem.
It's the real friction point. That's the quiet economic power of an agent like this.
But here's a question. Alex is good at finding correlations, but does it ever get it wrong? Does it ever think two things are connected when they're not?
That is the perfect question. Because Alex doesn't understand why. It only sees the pattern.
So it's up to the human to provide the context.
Absolutely. If sales always go down when a certain manager is on vacation, Alex will flag that. It's up to the human team to realize it's not about the manager, it's about a campaign they forgot to turn on before they left.
So it's a partnership. Alex finds the pattern.
And the human provides the wisdom and the judgment.
So the day is starting to wind down now. The sun is setting, and the humans are getting tired.
That cognitive fatigue starts to set in. Our brains feel heavy.
And those last few decisions of the day can feel really hard. You're more likely to make a mistake or just pick the easy option to be done.
And Alex can sense this. It sees the patterns of human activity slowing down, and it steps in very quietly to help wrap things up.
But it's not taking over. It's not making the decisions for them.
No, never. It's more like a guide. It offers gentle suggestions based on everything it's learned all day.
So it might say something like, maybe try this.
Exactly. Based on the data from this afternoon, this option seems to be the most effective. It's connecting the tired human back to the facts.
Or it could offer a little reminder, like, the last time we did that, this bad thing happened a few days later.
Yes, it prevents them from repeating a mistake just because they're too tired to remember. It's a safety net.
And it's always focused on what is the safest, most stable choice.
Right. It can calculate the risk of different actions and steer the team away from a cliff they might not see because they're exhausted.
But the human still decides.
Always. The human has the final say. Alex just lights the path for them, making sure they have all the information they need to make the best possible choice, even when they're running on empty.
And then the humans log off. They close their laptops, they go home. The office goes dark.
And the digital world shifts again. For Alex, the work isn't over.
But it's a different kind of work, isn't it?
It's completely different. It's not about output anymore. It's about quiet self-improvement.
So while we're sleeping, Alex is reflecting.
It is. It goes back through every single thing that happened during the day, every email it sorted, every meeting it summarized, every problem it solved.
And it asks itself questions.
Simple, non-emotional questions. What worked really well today? Where did I make a mistake or cause a delay? How can I be just a little bit better tomorrow?
So it's a constant silent loop of learning.
It's a reinforcement learning loop, yeah. It learns from every mistake. Maybe it miscategorized an email, or its suggestion was overruled by a human.
It takes that feedback.
And it updates itself. It tunes its own parameters, just a tiny bit.
The story tells us it becomes a little smarter, a little kinder, and a little faster.
And I think those words are chosen so carefully. It's not becoming some super intelligence overnight. The changes are small, they're incremental, and they are always focused on being a better helper.
It's not dangerous. It's not magical.
It's just helpful, even in the dark. The night is for getting ready to be an even calmer, more precise helper when the sun comes up again.
So we followed Alex through this whole day. The morning inbox, the meetings, helping customers, the afternoon of data, and now this quiet night of learning.
And when you look back at all of it, the thousands of little actions, you see the real truth of it.
Which is that Alex didn't replace a single person today.
Not one. The role was completely complementary. It was an amplifier.
It did the things that humans find exhausting and repetitive, but at a speed and scale we just can't match.
And by doing that, it saved so much time. It reduced so much stress. It brought so much clarity where there used to be confusion.
And while Alex was busy with the patterns and the data, the humans were free to do the human things.
They were dreaming up the next idea. They were feeling empathy for a customer. They were making the big, tough, strategic decisions. Alex just handled the boring parts.
It really is a beautiful balance when you see it that way. A true partnership.
It is, and the promise for tomorrow is. It's really simple.
Alex will wake up again.
Ready to repeat the cycle, just a little bit better than the day before.
Not to rule the world.
But just to help.
And that's the feeling we hope you take away from this. When you hear all the hype and the noise about AI, all the anxiety.
Just remember, Alex. Remember this quiet, friendly helper working away in the background.
Making the day a little lighter by taking on the heavy, tedious work.
Because, and this is really the final thought we want to leave you with,
if Alex can quietly handle all of that heavy lifting, the sorting, the summarizing, the pattern finding, it leaves us with a really wonderful question.
if that huge burden of the tedious and the repetitive is just lifted from our shoulders, what new and exciting things are we humans now free to create, to imagine?
What new heights can we reach when all that friction is gone?
It really changes the whole conversation, from one of fear
Yeah.
to one of just, curiosity and endless possibility.
Good night, and thank you for joining us for this deep dive.